Welcome back to the Got Acquired Brain Injury YouTube channel, Chronic Recovery Product Spotlight. If you're new here, we are a holistic nurse-based organization dedicated to supporting you through chronic brain injury recovery. Before we dive into today's product, we want to share a quick but important disclaimer. First, we receive no financial compensation from the products we share on this channel. Our goal is strictly to provide you with honest information and options. Second, the products or treatments we show are not a direct recommendation for your specific care. Every single brain injury is entirely unique, just like a fingerprint. Because of that, decisions about your care are always best left up to you and your trusted medical treatment team. As you explore these options, keep in mind that some products may be covered by insurance, while others will be out-of-pocket expenses. Additionally, there may be different providers offering the same type of product or treatment right in your local area. We highly encourage you to take this information and speak directly with your healthcare team to see what fits your journey best. With that said, let's jump in and take a look at today's featured product.
Hi everybody, my name is Jamie Kurtz. I'm an occupational therapist with Motus Nova. We are an in-home gamified active assistive robotic device that is meant to supplement traditional therapies as an innovative home exercise program. And it's now covered by Medicare and most insurances, so you can get your own Motus hand or Motus foot at home, so you can get unlimited targeted neuro rehab. Once you leave an inpatient scenario where you're getting high intensity rehab, you then go home and get maybe 2 to 3 visits a week in home care outpatient, which is really not enough hours and enough repetitions to see those functional gains that we're looking for. And so what our devices do is really promote something called neuroplasticity, which is actually your brain's ability to rewire itself after something like a stroke or neurological event happens. And so you really need about 400 to 600 repetitions of a particular movement pattern in order to rebuild those pathways and regain function. So we have 26 different games now that can be adjusted in difficulty level to kind of meet your needs and meet you where you're at. We have some games that are lower level, cognitively, neuromuscularly, and then some advanced games that are for our higher level performing clients. And so we can really tailor your home exercise program to meet you where you are at in your recovery. So whether you have no movement, you have flaccid, low tone, you haven't really gained back any function, we can definitely tailor to you. And then somebody that might have a really high tone and might be like contracted in either their wrist or their ankle or up the limb, we can tailor to that aspect as well. And then also for those that are a bit higher level and maybe have full range of motion and have strength, but really need to work on coordination and sensation and proprioception, we can tailor the home exercise program to meet those needs as well. So the Motus hand works on wrist flexion and extension primarily, and the Motus foot works on ankle dorsiflexion, plantar flexion. And so because we're working on the part of your limb that's kind of distant, we call it the distal aspects of our limbs, we're sending biofeedback, and we have visual feedback and multiple repetitions that actually send signals up and down the entire kinematic chain. And so people do see recovery up the entire limb. So in our studies, clients have demonstrated improvement at their shoulder, their elbow, their fine motor control, their hip, their knee, less need for something like an AFO or a brace when they're walking, and really functional gains in ADLs, mobility, speed, coordination, all of those great functional gains we've seen. Results, our daily recommended dosage is an hour a day. That can be broken up into 2 30-minute sessions or 4 15-minute sessions. Our program also comes with our amazing recovery coaches, and so we don't just send the devices to you and then say good luck. Our recovery coaches follow up with you every single month or as needed, and they can either talk to you either video chat or phone call. They remotely access your device and they're able to do assessments with you and our digital AI therapist named Mobot. And so they do full active range of motion, passive range of motion, and strength assessments to then tailor your exercise program to meet your needs. And as you improve, can adjust settings on the background. However, in real time, our digital AI therapist, Mobot, is able to make adjustments for you and recalibrate your home exercise program to meet your needs.
If you have no motion back yet, is it still something that's going to be applicable for you?
Absolutely. So as most of you know, things like tone and spasticity can change and fluctuate throughout the day, throughout the week. You know, maybe you're waiting on a Botox shot, or you didn't take your baclofen yet, or maybe you just overdid it one day and you're over fatigued. And so you might be a little bit more tight when you start. So everybody starts out with something called thermometer, and we can customize how long you do the thermometer. And so we can really start out with stretching you out, especially if you do have some contractures. We need to really lengthen those tendons, or we're trying to break up some of that tone so that we can reduce it and you have active movement for the games coming up. So it's really customizable in that way. And then continuously recalibrate that home exercise program for you. So it can provide full passive range of motion, active assistive, or resistance through the use of a pneumatic pump, which is actually supposed to mimic an air muscle. So it's really smooth to actually contract and relax as if it were your real muscle, because we all know that, you know, tone and spasticity is actually velocity dependent. So if it's a really fast-paced movement, that's actually going to increase somebody's tone, as opposed to doing what we're trying to do, which is relax that tone and spasticity for the activation of normal movement.
That concludes our look at Motus Nova. If you're ready to dive deeper and want to hear more about how this product can work for you, here is exactly what you need to do. Head over to the link in our description below to get all the details, specs, and updates. If you love what we're doing here and want to support the God ABI community, there are a few awesome ways you can back us. Donate. You can support our work directly by donating on our website at www.godabi.org. Connect. Hit that subscribe button and follow us across all our social media channels. Show up. We would love to meet you. Come to one of our upcoming in-person or virtual events. Details are right there on our website. Thank you so much for watching, for your incredible support, and for being part of the God ABI family. We'll see you in the next video.